people chatting already. I'm Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini. Welcome to another edition of my little random live chats that I do here on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know where you are tuning in from. It's still daylight here. We are in North Central Florida, just north of Gainesville, and I am in my home studio. So thank you for everybody who is tuning in. I'm going to try and keep up with the comments on my chat here. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I am going to give it a little bit. I know we're a little bit early too. I kind of wanted to try it and have it be up already so that once y'all started clicking over, you can already see us here. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing all this stuff. Let me make sure that I pull up the chat box. Are there comments already coming in? Let me see. Okay, so I can see myself there. It's already tuned up. Wow, there's 50-something of us already on here. Hey, everybody. How's the weather where you are? I know I always, whenever there's a pending hurricane or storm coming off the coast, I get a lot of messages and emails from you all because you know that I live in Florida. I grew up in Miami, so I'm very used to hurricane seasons. And now that we're in the new house and it's practically a bunker, we feel a lot safer going into whatever hurricanes come our way this year. All right. And unfortunately, I cannot see the chat on here, Brandon. I just see like public comments. Oh, well. Oh, you know what? Let me pull it up on my on the YouTube app. I think that's better. And that way I don't have to be going across the room getting, my husband is back here. You want to show your face? Ah, they love to see you on live chats, right, everybody? And you actually have clothes on. So yes, great. Look at him. He got a shirt on for all y'all. It's a little bit different. It's a weird dynamic when you go live from like a studio, but it's like in your home. All right, so I'm live on here. Okay, perfect. I can see the chat now. All right, now we're in business. Hey, everybody. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Wendy, all the way from Australia. Wild. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Kim. Paula. Mirta. Hi, Mirta. Hi, Belinda and Barbara. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Oh, my friends, it's so weird to finally be able to connect for people with this whole quarantine and being socially distanced and away from people. If you're an extrovert, you can relate. This is tough for extroverts. I feel like a lot of introverts are loving this time alone and at home, quarantined. All right, everybody saying hi to you, V. Hi, Lisa from Brooksville. That's just down the road, right? It's about 2 hours away, Brooksville, from us, Brandon. Yeah, we used to get some moringa plants from a moringa farm down there in Brooksville. Well, I say we, but my husband used to drive down there and go get them for me. Hey, Ann. Hi, Fran. Hi, everybody. Okay, this is awesome. Can y'all hear him typing this time, or is my audio coming in from my actual mic pack? Let us know in the comments. Hi, Antonia. Hortensia. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Shanika. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen y'all in forever. All right, so we are going to get started. I'm trying to do something a little bit different, and I'll let you all know what we're working on. I'm trying to, and in different, I mean, trying to organize my life. I know everybody thinks that I'm like the most amazing time manager or organizer, and I'm really not, y'all. I'm just like all over the place. I fly by the seat of my pants, and so I'm trying to really organize my calendar, my editorial calendar, my schedule, and so we're wanting to set some dates and times for things like this, like these live chats. And so I want to, of course, introduce myself because I know there's people tuning in that maybe have never been here before, have never, seen me in person, been to a retreat or a cruise, or you might just be new to my channel because I recently did an interview for Sew Like a Pro, and I know I got a lot of new people that were not familiar with my content and my channel. So if you are coming here because you signed up for my newsletter, after hearing me speak on Sew Like a Pro, welcome. And if you are very well versed in all the Crafty Gemini things, welcome back. So I am Vanessa. My YouTube channel name is The Crafty Gemini, and it's right here where most of you are probably watching this on YouTube. You can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe to the channel and there's a little bell icon, if you click on that, that will make sure that YouTube sends you notifications. So instead of you waiting months and months and not knowing what YouTube videos I have posted, it will send you a little pling notification to let you know as soon as a new one is posted. So if you're into sewing, quilting, cooking, crochet, knitting, gardening, homesteading, all the things that I do instructional video tutorials on, make sure that you click the subscribe button here on the Crafty Gemini YouTube channel, and make sure to click the little bell icon. I get a lot of messages from people saying, hey, I had no idea you had uploaded 2 new videos or whatever. You gotta have the notifications enabled. Secondly, if you're new here, or maybe you haven't been with us in a long time, we also run an online shop where we sell all types of both digital products like courses and video things, video classes like that, but also physical products. So we have quilting cotton fabrics, stretch knit fabrics, jersey like cotton spandex stuff. We have Liverpool, bullet. We have all kinds of stuff, interfacings, needles, thread, and all that kind of stuff. So if you're having a tough time finding things right now when you're out and about, or maybe you can't go anywhere, feel free to shop with us at craftygemini.com/shop. And we have a bunch of different items in there for you too. So we do also do that. And then the places that I most often post on social media are going to be here on YouTube. Also on my Facebook page. You can just do a search on Facebook for Crafty Gemini. That's me. And then you can also find me on Instagram, which I'm really, really active because it allows me to really post live in real time. A lot of influencers or online personalities, I know in a lot of the groups that I'm in, people will use different types of systems so they can schedule ahead their posts. Like I said, I'm not that organized, and I don't do that because if I'm outside in the garden and I see, you know, a gorgeous basil plant, I'm just going to snap a picture with my phone and post it for y'all right there. So if you want to keep up with the real-time happenings, Instagram is definitely the place to be for keeping up with my stuff. All right, so now I'm going to do a little call to action. If you would go ahead and give this video a thumbs up right now, feel free to share it on different social media sites. We would really appreciate it. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible this year while I put more effort into creating more video courses and more free YouTube video tutorials here for my channel. Okay, so this is a Friday chat that we're doing here. We just when I do them random like this, I just call them live chats. On some Fridays, those of you that have been around for a while know that we do some flash sale Fridays where we put together some type of a demo and we put together a bundle of products, sometimes with a course or a pattern, and we sell a very limited number of these items, and we call them flash sale Fridays. Once they're gone, they're gone. Sometimes we have 50 of the kits, and I mean, they'll sell out in like 5 minutes. I'm sure some of you have probably experienced that or have even got on a little too late once they were sold out. So we are going to be bringing those back. We are slowly kind of bringing back our staff and adding new team members so that we can get some more help. But because my main store in Gainesville is still closed, it's kind of hard for everybody not to be working at the same time because of social distancing. So we are slowly bringing it back. I know we haven't done a flash sale in several months, but we are going to be bringing that back, and I'm going to give you all a heads up because next Friday we're going to do a flash sale Friday. So tune into that. All these live chats and live demos and stuff, we're going to do them right here on the Crafty Gemini YouTube channel. All right, so that's going to be Fridays. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to add something a little bit new. I'm going to call it WIP Wednesdays. WIP as in W-I-P. If you're a crafter of any kind, you have probably seen those letters together before. It stands for work in progress. So a WIP Wednesday where I'm going to sew, mostly sew, but sometimes do other crafts with you live, okay? And those we are going to do Wednesdays, every Wednesday. Hold me accountable. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, okay? Because I'm in Florida. So Eastern time for me, and that will start next Wednesday. So we're kicking it off. This coming week, what is it? I'm looking at my big calendar. Wednesday the 5th is August 5th, 2020 is going to be the first WIP Wednesday, all right? So you can jot these down. I've included the information in the description box of the video below as well, and the details are there. That way you can add it to your calendar, whatever you want to do, okay? All right. Oh my gosh, so many chats. Hi, Carla Lisa. Hi, Margie. Oh, hi, Jen. Hi, Audrey from Canada. I'm so glad that you all are on here. Good. Audrey says, I love the Flash Sale Friday. I've missed them. Good, because we've been working to put some other bundles together. So that, like I said, was going to start next Friday again. And then we'll alternate, right? Like if I don't have a bundle to put together, we'll just do a live chat like this, where I'm going to talk about a bunch of different things. Okay, so what is happening? We're going to talk a little bit about the business happenings. So the first thing is, I call it the podcast fiasco. So I'm starting a new podcast, or I had started a new podcast last week. Some of you on Instagram may have gotten the heads up on that I shared on my Insta stories. I put together the artwork, the music, recorded a trailer, the intro, and the first episode. And when I woke up the next morning, I had an email telling me that it had been deleted because of potential copyright infringement, right? So first, I was devastated. So I was having a really bad day that day, and because it was like 3 days of work that I had put into it, and I was like, so excited. We're launching a podcast, and so that's going to be something else and another place for you all to find me, and that way you can just hear me chat on those about different topics. I want to take those those podcast episodes when I get into it. To kind of like inspire people, answer a lot of the questions that I get over and over again that don't really warrant like a tutorial type video. So hopefully we can get that going. I had to write them a whole email, send them all the trademark information. Like, I am the Crafty Gemini. I own the Crafty Gemini trademark. It's called the Crafty Gemini podcast. Like, there's no potential infringement there. I am the Crafty Gemini. So hopefully they've elevated it up, like they bumped up the ticket to somebody else that can take a look at it. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. So hopefully we will get that fixed and I will be able to continue with the Crafty Gemini podcast. Okay? So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know in the comments too, because that would be super fun. All right. Let's see. Okay. So next, a new sewing course coming up. If you recall, last month, we did the Helene cardigan course. So a lot of you have been posting your pictures. You were done. It's like you cranked that out, no problem. I did a little poll on my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group called Sewing Clothes with Crafty Gemini. And I posted like 4 patterns. And the one that got the most hits as far as requests for a course is the Jolie Clara. So I'll show you here what the cover page looks like. The Clara is a pair of leggings, which I'm actually wearing a pair right here. And if we switch to this one, you can kind of see it from the glare, but it is a pattern for leggings that comes in 3 different lengths. So you can do shorts, capri, which is what I'm wearing here, and then a full length legging also, okay? And then of course, you know, these Jolie patterns include 27 different sizes, okay? So this is gonna be the next paid for online course that I'll be launching. I'm still working on filming and editing it, but I will tell you, it's amazing. It's my go-to pattern for leggings. I'm telling you, I'm wearing a pair right now. And we'll be selling kits. We do have the patterns currently in stock. If you know about my online sewing courses, you know that we sell everything separate. So if you sign up for the class, that's one price. If you want to buy the hard copy pattern, we sell it separately in our online shop now that you can go there now. This is going to be the next paid for online course that I'll be launching. I'm still working on filming and editing it on their way to Canada. I will tell you, on their way to me from Canada because Jolie is a French-Canadian company. So don't worry about them selling out. You can click and get yours in anticipation of the course if you think you're going to sign up for it. We will be selling kits. We'll be cutting them this coming week so that we can have them ready to go when the class launches, okay? Now these leggings pattern, I'm going to show you a couple samples that I have here just so you can see if it's something that you think you might want to be, you know, or work on or sign up for. That way you can be on the lookout for the emails. How cute are these? Like I said, it comes in 27 different patterns. So this was made out of a little kitty print that we have. I think we're sold out of this fabric in the shop, but it's a cotton spandex blend for a little girl in shorts. And there are 2 different waistband options. Remember that when I do these sewing courses, I walk you through every single step on how to do it on a domestic sewing machine, okay? You don't have to have a serger for this class. You will need a machine that can do zigzag though. Straight stitch and zigzag stitches, okay? And then you'll be able to make these. So this is one option of the waistband. This is view B. It's just an elastic waistband, okay? The other option is what I'm wearing here, that if you want a little bit more support in the belly area, there's a separate view that has a separate pattern piece for the waistband. And I'll show you on this sample. And I think I keep messing with my mic. Sorry, y'all. Okay, every time I move my arm. But you can see how this looks more like your high-end athletic wear that is super expensive in the stores. You can make it yourself. It's a separate waistband. At the top, there is elastic encased up here, okay, in a way that it allows the top of the waistband to stay on without rolling down. If you've ever had pants like this that have a yoga waistband and there's no elastic at the top, you know that over time, like as you bend at the waist, where our belly rolls are like this and like this, okay, those waistbands tend to just flip and roll down. So this is going to ensure that it stays up, and it is one of my favorite leggings to wear. Another cool feature of this pattern is if you look at the front crotch area here, there is no center seam. So if you're using a directional print, it's literally like one panel. Okay, there is no center seam here. There is a gusset that gets inserted in between the legs And I find that to be so comfortable. There's not even side seams, y'all. When you see the video lessons on this course and you see how it comes together, like, look, this is the side of the leg. There's no seam. The seams are only inside the legs, like in here, and down the center back. That's it. The whole front and the sides have no seams. So you don't have to worry about, you know, the bulkiness there rubbing up against you. It's amazing. Well, you can see it here because I have no side seam right there. Look at that. Boom. So comfy. All right, so that is the next class that's coming up. We don't have a set launch date yet, but if you are subscribed to my email newsletter, you will find out before anybody. You know, all my courses always come out at an early bird sale price first, and then you'll definitely want to be tuned in because that way you can save more money, right? So let's talk about the email newsletter. If you're not subscribed to my email newsletter, and I get these messages all the time, like, how do I find out about this? And then you want to check your spam or junk folder because sometimes if it's new, like if you're just newly subscribing, it will kick it right into your spam or junk folder, okay? So just make sure that you're on. If you can't remember, if you've done it before, you can go ahead and just re-add yourself. The system will weed out duplicates, so you're not going to get duplicate emails, okay? So if you're not sure, just click on the link and add yourself anyways, just to make sure that you're on, okay? All right, so they're saying that they're hearing double audio, which I'm not sure exactly what is going on. Oh, you know, does a computer maybe have like a mic on it still? That's okay. Sorry, y'all. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. Technology. Okay. So hopefully that is all sorted out now. Okay, great. Okay. So it is. Okay, good. Somebody said it stopped. Okay, perfect. All right. So that's that about the email newsletter. And then what's next? So I wanted to talk a little bit about the new toys that I got, new books, some new stuff, because I haven't checked in with y'all for a long time, okay? So if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you probably saw that I recently got a circular sock knitting machine. It's like this whole metal device. If you haven't seen it, head over to my Facebook page after this live chat and just scroll through. You'll see pictures of the cool stuff that I've been practicing, making. This I will show you. I started practicing my heels. Okay, and I'll show you here a little close-up. Let me not show you a close-up of the hole right there, but it takes a lot of practice here, but I've learned how to do the decreases and then increases, so I was able to make the actual heel on the machine too. And it's a knitting machine where you crank out, basically you just crank, and I have videos on my Instagram to show you where it makes tubes. So some people crank out a long tube, and then they will go in and hand knit the toes, the heels, the ribbing, the cuff and stuff. But I've already been practicing how to make the heel on the actual machine. So this is just like a little sample sock practicing with a little hung hem here. It has a steep learning curve, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But I really like to dive into all the things that I do. So I've been trying to practice on that every single day a little bit, okay? All right. Okay, so Robgra is asking, is the pattern the Cora or the Clara? Great question. This is the Clara. I have made the Coras. There's a lot more pattern pieces on the Cora. This is not that. This is more simple, streamlined, 2 different views, right, for 2 different waistbands and 3 different lengths. So I would recommend this as a more beginner-friendly leggings pattern. The Cora is definitely more intermediate. There's a lot of color blocking, like seams and stuff, and there's a pocket in the back. Super comfy. I've actually made it out of black nylon spandex and this same kind of heathered blue nylon spandex. They're super comfy, and I love them for running and for working out and stuff. But again, we do carry the Cora pattern in our online shop, but it is a lot more pattern pieces, okay? All right, Glitter and Gloss, I think that's you, Jamie, is asking, what's your current favorite serger for a beginner? So a serger, and we'll just mention this serger thing since we're just talking about the leggings. In my online video courses, the paid for ones, I teach you how to make these garments with using stretch knit fabrics on a regular sewing machine. Remember, I just said for the leggings class, you'll need a machine that can do straight stitch and zigzag. But I also like to add in bonus lessons where I show you how you could or would use a serger to complete that same project if you do have a serger. So I will be doing that for this, just like I did for the Helene cardigan and for some of the other courses. And so when it comes to sergers, I have two. They're both Juki's. Excuse me. I have the Juki MO1000, which is it's not the highest model, but it is higher up because it has the air threading technology where it threads the upper and lower looper with literally the push of a button, and it like blasts a little puff of air. And so it threads those for you, where most sergers, you really have to be in there with the tweezers and kind of making sure, looking at the user manual and the guides to make sure it's going through all the right places. So for beginners, which is going to be a Juki model that'll probably be half the cost of the MO1000 for beginners, and it's one that I use. I have it here. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, it's the Juki MO104D, as in Daniel. So MO104D. And I believe there's a model called the 114D. They're the same. There's like a super minimal difference, but they're the same. If you can get either one of those, that would be an amazing serger to start with. And I'll give you a little feedback on that one. We use that serger and the MO1000 in both of the jeans making workshops that I've hosted, which is 10 people making jeans and using the same serger without having to replace the thread, needles, or blades on denim, multiple layers of denim being serged through them. And we've used the same two sergers. I haven't had to change or replace anything on either of them. So that little guy is a workhorse. And you know, I buy all my Jukis from So Many Things in Mount Dora, Florida. And you can check them out on their website, So Many, M-I-N-I, SoManyThings.com, and see if they have them in stock. If not, you can give them a call. I know right now with the whole COVID thing, there's a shortage of machines everywhere because they're having a hard time getting stuff from overseas here. Okay, so yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay. Tammy says, yes, your serger was a dream because she came to the jeans making retreat last year. And so everybody was just flying through them. I mean, we didn't have to stop to troubleshoot anything. You know, maybe I had to stop and rethread once, like if the thread came out, but that was it. Yes, Becky says MO104D. That is correct. Or the 114D, depending on which one you can find. All right. Yes, so if you're looking for the Clara pattern on our website, anytime you're looking for a product, a physical product on our site, on the top right-hand corner of the website, there's like a little magnifying glass that allows you to search. And just type in Clara. And when you hit enter, it's going to pop up the Clara right there for you. Or if you're already in the shop, the sub-menu for hard copy patterns is where you would go. You click on hard copy patterns, and then you can search through there. We have a bunch because I carry a lot of Jali patterns because I love my Jali patterns. Okay? Letty's asking, are we able to see our classes now? Not on the new platform just yet. We're working on transferring everybody over to a new online course platform. It's going to take us months. I have thousands and thousands of students. And so we're going to be moving you all over. If you signed up for the Helene cardigan class, you saw that the new platform is like all these individual videos. You can go lesson by lesson. It's just like a whole cleaner user experience. So I'm super excited to start offering my classes on there and moving everybody over. But if you have paid for any of your courses or clubs in the past, you can always still access them on our main website, and that won't change. When we do migrate everybody over to the new platform, we'll still keep them both up for a period of time, and we'll just make sure that everybody's already, you know, migrated over, knows where they can find their classes, and that way we can avoid any type of gap in between the two. So no matter what you've purchased, you'll still be able to access everything. Okay? All right. Okay. What else? I showed you the sample of the circular sock machine. Yes. So then let's talk a little bit about stashquisitions, as I hear it being called. I have not purchased fabric in a long time, but I received a super cute bundle from an old friend that I went to college and law school with. And she sent me a little card saying that she had watched my last live chat where I sat here and was going over the fabrics that I purchased in the Caribbean when we were on the cruise in February. Some of you were on that cruise with us. And I was sharing the fabrics that I had bought in Puerto Rico. So she says, I saw that one and I saw kind of like your style, so I sent you this bundle of fabrics. She nailed it. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you some of these fabrics. And if the selvages are on here, I'm happy to share what they are. How pretty is this floral, y'all? Super cute. Love the colors. That chartreuse with the blue. Love it. And this is by Figo Fabrics, which I believe is like a sister company of Northcott Fabrics. Super cute. Love it. That's one. I love these geometrics that are just like blenders. You know, they work as solids, but I can use them with anything. And I love this color. This is also from Figo Fabrics. This is called Midsummer, Sommer, by Pippa Shaw for Figo Fabrics. Super cute. Love me some geometric shapes. Ooh, this is that same floral print. It's by the same designer, Pippa Shaw, and it's just in a different colorway. Look how gorgeous. Love the blues. It matches my leggings, matches my wall. Has anybody bought fabrics lately? Let me know in the comments. I know some people are saying that it's like getting hard to find fabrics, I guess from everybody making masks and stuff. All right. Oh, Brenda says she absolutely loves the new platform. So I'm taking it that you are in my cardigan class. I've gotten nothing but great feedback. So I'm super happy. And I thought everybody would really enjoy that. You can kind of click on each lesson one by one. How pretty is this, y'all? It's like little flowers and then smaller flowers and even smaller flowers. It's a super cute floral on a white background with a lot of fun colors. And this is by QT Fabrics. It doesn't say anything else as far as collection or designer, but it's by the letter Q and T Fabrics. Cute. Oh, I love this one. It's like little zoo animals. There are zebras and giraffes and elephants, but also florals and hot air balloons. Who is this by? Oh, I should have known by the weight of the fabric. It feels so light and airy. This is an art gallery fabrics print. How cute. I love that. Look at the little elephants and zebras and stuff. I don't even know if you can see that very well. It's hard for me to see too, what I'm showing on camera on this angle. But it is, ooh, it got cut right, oh, it's Mara, I think, because it says hashtag AGF for Art Gallery Fabrics, and then MAARA, Mara. And it looks like that's the start of the collection name, so we're going to call it that. Super cute. Animals and florals. Another fun blender that just is like a solid, but not really. And this is Pippa Shaw. I really like this designer for Figo Fabrics. Look at that. Really pretty. And y'all know me. I use these that play like solids. I use them as a solid. All right. Glow says, yep, in Southern California, we have M&L fabric in Anaheim. Lori says, it's hard to find fabrics everywhere. There's a lot of delays in shipping from what the quilt stores are telling her. Let's see. Everybody misses M&L, that fabric store. Marilyn says she's a fabricaholic. She bought some yesterday. Carla says she's having a hard time finding athletic team fabrics. Yeah, those licensed prints, I think those are done like in a specific run, and when they're out, you know, it's hard to get them back. This is super pretty by Wyndham Fabrics. This is one of those ones where you like have to like look at it really closely to make out what's in it. I see birds, I see cats, I see a pig, I see a little girl reading, I see a kid on a swing. It reads like an overall floral, but there's so many like little hidden characters in it. Super, super cute. Love it. And it's called Playground by Dylan M. for Wyndham Fabrics. Playground, makes sense. And then this is a little piece that she put in here of some cotton flannel. So I'll have to make something really cozy for the colder days that are ahead, hopefully. Caleb Gray, it just is what, it's from Flory. I think this is a Robert Kaufman print because I feel like I have some of this fabric at my shop. Different prints, but similar. Cute. So shout out to Georgia who sent me this super cute fabric care package. Thank you, girl. That was awesome. So I've added that to my stash. Other things that I have added are, oh, I see somebody said they were on a fabric diet. I hear about that, but I don't really relate. It's crazy. It's like you feel like I buy all the things. I feel like there's two types of fabric shoppers. Those that go to a store or shop online with a specific project in mind, and you're thinking, okay, I know what I want, or I'm going to find something that will go great with this project. Or those of you that are like me, we buy the fabric and we let it speak to us later. We'll figure out what we're going to use it for. But I'm buying the fabric because I like it right then and there, right? So leave me a comment right now and let me know which one of those you are. Are you one, someone who buys fabric with a specific project in mind? Or number two, those of us that buy fabric because it simply speaks to us? All right. Lynn says, I have 5 huge boxes of fashion fabric, along with 5 boxes of quilting cotton, boxes of fleece and cork and silk du peony and tulle. Girl, you're set. Set, set, set. All right, so we talked about the little fabrics I got. I also made a couple purchases for books. And I think a lot of you laugh at me if you know me when I talk about books because I don't really buy books. I don't like to read. I know I went to law school, I went to college, all the things about reading books, but I don't like to read books unless they're like an instruction manual or some type of a resource guide. So I went ahead and got some books, and I'm going to start off with the first one that my friend, this was a recommendation by my friend Denise. She's known as Earth Tones Girl on Instagram and on YouTube. She is a knitter, and she recommended in one of her lives this book called The Principles of Knitting. And so you can see that it is a big, chunky book. I love a good resource guide, a good stitch dictionary, something that I can just have here and I look through it to learn all different types of techniques, different types of stitches, all the things. So these types of books, yes, I will definitely add them to my crafting resource library. And I've included links to some of the stuff that we're chatting about here in the description box of this video. So don't feel like you have to jot things down. After the live is over, you can always click the down bar underneath this video player and all the links will be there for you. This one is the most updated and revised version. So it says completely revised and updated. There's an older version that has like a white background. So just make sure that if you're going to get it, you're getting the revised version. But look, oh, I live for it. Anything else other than for my crafting resource library here, I'm not interested. But this stuff, most definitely. And then earlier this year, I had gone by Ollie's, which is like a discount store in my town. And if you have an Ollie's, Ollies, it's like cheap. What do they say? Like great, good stuff cheap or something is like their thing up top. But they have a lot of things on clearance and just like really cheap prices. And in their book section, they have all kinds of like cooking books and quilting books and adult coloring books. They have a ton of stuff. I oftentimes go by there just to see what they have in the world of like puzzles, logic games for the kids, word search books, like that kind of stuff. They have a lot of that. But I came across these 2 resource books for crochet stitches and knitting stitches. So I'll show you these ones, and I've included links for these too. The Crochet Stitch Handbook for crochet. It's a good size, and it was really affordable. I've included links because I found them on Amazon there. Great pictures, illustrations, and the stitched out sample. Love it. I always want to reference stuff like this when I'm working on new projects and new designs. And then the knitting equivalent of it. So the Knitting Stitch Handbook. And they're written obviously by 2 different people, but they look similarly, right? But look at that. Charts, everything. I love this. So those are the 3 books that I recently added to my library. Okay. Let's see. Mostly number 2, but number 1 when something new is coming up. I see y'all. Daisy says she likes to shop from her stash, LOL. Susan says she usually buys what she needs for a project. EJ says she has that book. Awesome. Oh, and 40 New Sewer says, what is a good garment sewing book? I'll have to say that for another live because I have a whole library there, and I'll think about that for next time, Brandon, if you remind me to pick out a couple good sewing books that I like that I would recommend from my library here. Yeah, Nancy says good stuff cheap. That's what their little motto thing is at Ollie's. Okay, so those were the new books that I got. And then, let me see. I'm going to answer a couple of questions because I think that's what we have for now. Remember that next Wednesday, I'm going to kick off WIP Wednesdays, so Work in Progress Wednesdays, where I'm going to be sewing a project for sure next week. Live with you, and it's going to be at 1 p.m. on Wednesdays Eastern Time. If you miss it, if you're working, no worries. It's going to be recorded, so you can always watch it later. But that is a time that works for us here. So we're going to, start off with that and play around and see. Okay? All right. Alita says she does both. So she buys fabrics for a specific project and she also buys it because it or calls her name, right? Okay. If you have any specific questions on any of the things that I've chatted about here, just go ahead and type them in the chat box and I'll try to get to a couple of them. Kimberly says she also collects craft and sewing books. I totally collect craft and sewing books. Those are the only types of books I collect. Well, that and some cookbooks. I like digging through cookbooks, not because I follow the recipes to the T. I like to kind of put my own spin on things, but it's cool to get ideas, right? When you read through them and see some different flavor profiles and what the recipe is mixing, that you might be like, oh, I never thought to combine those flavors. And then I play around with it and do that. All right. Let's see. Audrey says she's a fabric collector. I think most quilters especially would call themselves that. I have people all the time that would come into my shop and say like, you're a store and I have almost as much in my stash as you have here. I remember when I was first shopping around for a long arm quilting machine, I went to a lady's house to demo her machine. And we were talking about fabric and she was telling me how she used to dye fabrics and stuff. And then she walked me into the fabric room. And I was blown away by the amount of fabric, color code. I mean, it was just like floor to ceiling cabinetry of just like fabric. I was like, whoa. And I remember thinking, no way I could ever have a stash like that. Right. That's like less than a year into quilting. That was way back when. All right. All right. What are good stretch fabrics for hot and humid climates like Hawaii? So I live in Florida, which is also hot and humid. And I guess it just depends on where you're going to be. Like when I exercise outside, I find that even with a nylon spandex blend, it can even be a polyester spandex. But if it's like shorts, and it's because a lot of the dry fit type fabric, like wicking activewear fabric, will be polyester. So sometimes people think polyester, super hot, I'm going to be sweating. But when it's like the moisture wicking polyester spandex, which obviously is going to be more expensive than just like any old polyester spandex, they work really great for activewear. So it depends. Like if I'm just wearing, say, pants that I made like leggings or little capri leggings for going out and running some errands or something, I can get away with even a lightweight, like a double brushed polyester spandex, which is really, really lightweight. So although it's polyester, it's like loungewear. It's so soft and thin that I find that I don't have a problem. But you know, some people just cannot wear any type of polyester. They feel like they're suffocating. So it kind of depends on you know, how your body works and what you feel is comfortable for you. A lot of times too, cotton spandex is like the go-to. It's 95 or 96% cotton and then whatever, you know, 5 or 4% spandex. It stretches, it has good stretch return. It's what most t-shirts and stuff like that are made out of. The only thing with cotton is that it holds on to moisture, right? So if you're out and you're jogging in a rainstorm or something, it's going to stay wet. It's not going to wick off and dry off like some synthetic fabrics would. So, I mean, for me, even in hot and humid Florida, I would say cotton spandex, polyester, nylons, I wear it all. I think it's more the length for me, right? Like I'm not going to wear a full length, thick, double knit, nylon spandex leggings and be outside exercising. That's not going to happen here, okay? Not in Florida with 100% humidity. Lynn says it's only 118 there today. Whoo! Goodness gracious. Hi, Tikora. She's tuning in from Florida. I'm in Florida too. Shanika says, I can't wait till your kits come out. Yeah, we're going to have some kits. And we have, for the leggings for the Clara class, we're going to have both. Cotton spandex. For those of you that like cotton. Now, this is something I'm going to address because I get it all the time when I teach stretchy fabric classes. I only want to wear cotton. Can I just make them out of cotton? These are leggings, y'all. You got to make them out of something that stretches. There are some cotton knits out there that are 100% cotton, like a cotton interlock. It will stretch, but it's never going to come back. It doesn't have that bounce back stretch return that the spandex provides in the fiber blend, okay? That's why I say like 95% cotton, 5% spandex. It's mostly cotton, but you still need something to snap back. Otherwise, by the time you bend your knee one time and then you straighten your leg, it's going to be stretched out right at the knee bulge, and you're not going to be able to bring it back because there's no elasticity in that fabric, okay? So for those of you that, you know, just want to use cotton, this is probably not going to be the legging thing for you. There are instances where garment tops that call for stretch, you can still kind of work around it by sizing up with something that doesn't have stretch. But I'll just say it up front, For the leggings, we have to use something that has spandex in it for the stretch, okay? Let's see. What else? Carla Lisa, 100% cotton spandex, non-existent. Okay. Oh, C Monta001 is asking, I know this may be off topic, but how are the bees doing? So we have filmed our second honey harvest. I just have to find some time to edit the video to post it to YouTube. So again, if you're subscribed to my channel, then you'll get notified when that video goes up. The bees are doing great. We split one hive and made a third one. We had an issue with a queen of one hive, and we're giving the hive a couple of weeks to see if they make another queen, because it's something like she went up to the top and we couldn't find her. There was beekeeping stuff. It's like all this, you have to like read the hives and what is what and what cell and all this. It's like super intense, and you have to like know a lot. It's every time you take the lid off of those things, you're like learning something else and researching something else so you can understand your actual bees. But yeah, they're doing good. And the second harvest was a smaller one. And we got about, what was it, Brandon? Maybe 3/4 of a gallon? About 3/4 of a gallon. In the first harvest, we got 6.5 gallons, like almost 80 pounds of fresh raw honey. And a lot of people ask me, what are you going to do with it? We're going to eat it. We've shared, we've bartered with people, with neighbors and friends, and we still have a ton left. I'm just going to keep it in my pantry because the honey doesn't go bad, right? And we do use a lot of honey here, so we'll be doing that. So, let's see. Anything else here? Nope. Oh, Katrina says she'll be back soon. Okay. Oh, Deborah's asking if I have any embroidery books. You know, I'll have to go through my stash, Deborah, and see if I have anything like that. But next time I'll share a couple more books. Maybe that's something that I'll do a recurring thing of in these live chats, because I definitely have a lot of books in my resource library, and some of them are just ones that I happen to come across that I think would be good for people to have, and they're not like the super popular ones that are announced out there for you to even know of. So I will keep an eye out on that, and remember to talk about them next time that we have a live chat, okay? All right, so we are going to call it a night for now. Thank you all for joining us. Remember, if you're new, welcome. Make sure that you sign up for my email newsletter if you haven't already. You can find me on Facebook and on Instagram. And then remember that what we have coming up, the next 2 scheduled live chats are going to be every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Right here on the Crafty Gemini YouTube channel, we will be doing Whip Wednesdays, where I will be working on a whip, a work in progress, and chatting with you. And that, I think, would be a great time for you to show up with some questions. Even if you're just kind of watching along whatever the sewing demo is that I'm working on, I'll be happy to share, you know, what needle size, what stitch length, why I'm doing what I'm doing while I work on the project. And I think I wanted to do these Whip Wednesdays because I feel like I want to make more time to work on more sewing and quilting projects. And I thought, well, if I assign myself a time to go live and do it, it's going to make me stick with that, which is what we're trying to do this year. Organize my life, try and stick to some schedules. I don't like schedules, but I'm trying to get a little bit better. And so hopefully you all can join us next Wednesday at 1. And then the following Friday also. So next Wednesday and Friday I'll go live. Friday we'll do a flash sale. So if you want to tune in on that and see what bundle we've put together, remember, we're only going to have a limited number. I'm going to see if I can get 45, maybe 50 of those bundles to go around. But even when we do like 75 or 100, they oftentimes go in minutes. But if you've been missing those, check back in, and I will for sure send out another email newsletter this coming week to let you all know where else you can find me in case you forget to jot it down. Okay? So, oh, hey, Yvonne, she's new here. I guess she says, thanks, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Della, thank you, thank you. Elizabeth is asking, when do I cook? Every day. Maybe not all 3 meals, but I try to cook something every day. I enjoy cooking, so I'm always trying to play with new recipes. Today I played around with a black bean veggie burger. That was cool to try, and they taste really good. All right, thanks, Ann. Thanks, Daisy. Yay, Carla says she'll be there on Whip Wednesday, so I hope to see you all there. Again, sign up for the email newsletter. Remember, you can shop on our website at craftygemini.com, and I'll be sharing more details on the upcoming leggings class too. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.